Yo, what's going on, guys? Loco here, and I'm back with a brand new video. It's been a roller coaster of emotions for the pros during this FNCS, but now that qualifiers are officially over, let's cover what went down. All right, so obviously you guys seen the thumbnail to this video. Last week, Clix tweeted, "My bad for going off on the timeline. This BS just happens every tournament, and hopefully something is going to be done about it. Live tomorrow for FNCS, winning everything." If you guys weren't aware, week 1 of FNCS qualifiers, Clix got landed on by unknown players to purposely grief his qual and attempt to steal clout or viewers off of Clix. I know a lot of the community will say, oh, Clix complains about this and blames this all the time, but know that he legit was getting griefed on purpose. After getting landed on, Clix went into the VODs of the players, and he heard the players talking on stream about landing on him. Clix posted the clips later that day, and I'll play them for you guys right now.
Another team coming as well.
This has been our plan the entire time, bro.
The what?
If we're not doing good, we just go in. Yeah, Clix job.
Clix didn't get in.
I made a video about this before in the past, but let me just say it again. If you land on players and grief their chance at a lot of money, then you're just a different breed. Doesn't matter how much money Clix has, he's spending his time trying to compete and give the community the god content, and has to deal with kids landing on him out of nowhere. It's not like they were contested game 1 and game 2 and it just wasn't working out. They waited until they didn't have a chance to auto-qualify and then saw landing on Clix as an opportunity for exposure. The sad part about it is that it works. The stream sniper had upwards of 800 viewers and was getting followed every second by the Clix army. Sure, it's negative publicity, but any publicity is good publicity if you don't have a platform at all. And that's just a fact. Obviously, the night of these tweets, Clix was going through it, trying to get an attention of Hogman and Fortnite Competitive to get these players bans. But before you know it, a Qualifiers 2 was here just days later. Clix had Joneses on con and still could not manage to get a top 5 in finals, even without stream snipers. With his back against the wall, Clix queued into week 3 and ended up popping off, securing a 3rd place with Dukes and auto-qualifying for grand finals. This was major for Clix. Any tier 1 team will tell you, they absolutely do not want to rely on heats and reboot rounds to make it into grands. Those games are just played different. Instead of 1 or 2 teams looking for height, it turns into 10+ teams looking for height during endgame for obvious reasons. You need to win in reboot, and height is definitely the place to secure the win. Random teams landing on you every game, height being griefed, and with so much on the line for everybody, those games end up being extremely stacked to the point where there's a lot more RNG involved than normal. So shout out to Clix for securing the top 5 and moving on to grands. There was a lot on the line this last week. Peterbot and Bila, the last FNCS winners, were flip-flopping teammates each week, which in turn was griefing their other teammates with series points. Oliver OG queued up with Agent Jeff this week, and since they didn't play the whole FNCS together, they didn't have enough series points as a duo to qualify to heats. This put everything on the line for Oliver, forcing him to get a top 5 in finals in order to make heats, and unfortunately last night he tweeted, 11 today. Disaster of a season. Did the best I could with always more to come, yo. I don't have the series points leaderboards on me, but Byler replied to the tweet saying, hopefully the 2 teams get removed from heats so you can clutch heats qual. So I'm assuming it's not technically over for Oliver. It's pretty common nowadays for teams to get 51st or 52nd to do extensive research on the teams that placed above them. Epic's been doing a really good job in finding and catching a lot of cheaters and also banning them, which in turn would move teams like Oliver OG up the leaderboard and potentially get that heat spot. But nothing is set in stone. If you were to ask me, I bet there is at least 1 team above them who cheated or still cheats. So only time will tell if we see a miracle qual out of Oliver. The games have been stacked, and heats is such a fun event to watch. Win or go home, basically, and it brings the most exciting entertainment to the Fortnite competitive fans. The game itself isn't necessarily in the best spot server-wise. All of the pros have been complaining about this new bug that was introduced lately. They refer to it as the edit bug, and I played a few FNCS games this past weekend myself where I got to experience this. Basically, when the Storm Surge lobbies are stacked and you attempt to grab a build piece and edit it, the lag just cancels the edit, which often makes you have to try to edit it 2 to 3 times in a row. It's crazy we're going into FNCS Grand Finals with a bug this bad, but I don't see it getting fixed anytime soon. I'm sure Epic's aware of it, but the pro players are just adjusting and figuring out a way to succeed in a stacked endgame anyway. That's it for me, guys. I'll be covering reboot round reactions where I'll show you guys the clips of people winning the games that gets them into grand finals as I did last season, and I'll be giving someone a shout out in the comments of this video who can correctly guess this FNCS winners. I'll be talking to you guys in a few days, so make sure to subscribe to stay up to date and like the video on your way out. Appreciate you guys. Much love. Peace out.